Let's now move on to the behavioral patterns. The first behavioral pattern that we would be talking about is the chain of responsibility patterns. The best example for chain of responsibility patterns is an exception handling mechanism in most of the programming languages. Let's say I have a method 1 calling method 2 calling method 3, and the method 3 throws an exception. If there is no exception handling in method 3, then the programming language looks at method 2 to see if there's some exception handling, some try catch block. Nope, nothing is there. Then it would go further up and further up and further up. That's a very good example of the chain of responsibility pattern. The way chain of responsibility pattern is defined is a way of passing a request between a chain of objects. Let's take a loan approval process. The clerk at the bank has permissions to approve loans up to a certain amount. If the amount goes above that, then his supervisor comes in and there's a limit for him, and then the supervisor comes in, and so on. So this is a kind of a good example of a chain of responsibility as well. In a chain of responsibility design pattern, what happens is we have a set of objects or a chain of objects which are already ready. I mean, these chain of objects handle the approval process, for example. And whenever a new request comes, I would go to the first object in the chain and check, will you be able to approve? No. Then I would go to the second object in the chain, and then the third object in the chain, fourth object, and so on. So that's basically the chain of responsibility pattern, where a request is sent to a chain of objects until it's hatched.
Thanks for joining more than 1 million students who are learning from us. At In 28 Minutes, we defined a learning roadmap for Java and front-end developers. We created more than 25 courses covering all the topics that you are seeing on the screens. There are 4 things you can do to make best use of these courses. Number 1 is Udemy. You'll find a link in the description of the video to our Udemy profile. We are teaching a lot of courses on Udemy and most of them are free. Number 2, visit our website www.in28minutes.com. You'd find tons of information including how you can register for our trainings and the link to Udemy and our GitHub code as well. Number 3, visit our GitHub repository. With more than 20 repositories covering varied examples, it's a comprehensive source of information and code. Last but not the least, you'll find a set of discount codes for all our Udemy courses in the description as well. Feel free to use them. Good luck from the team here at In 28 Minutes, your destination for high quality step-by-step courses.